Hello there. Here we're going to talk about 4.5 elasticity. So what's the idea of elasticity is that whenever the price is going to change, what effect it will leave on the demand. So in some cases, the change in price will make a big difference on the demand, and sometimes it won't make any difference. And that's the idea that I'll explain here. So once we are saying that demand is inelastic, that means relatively it is insensitive to change in price. Here demand is relatively insensitive to change in price. And when I'm saying an elastic demand, that means demand is sensitive to change in price. So that's the idea between that's the difference between elastic and inelastic. Here when we are talking about unit elastic, we mean that the percentage change in price and quantity are equal. That means there will be no change in revenue. Things are going to stay stable and revenue is not going to be changed. Okay. Here there is a graph that's explaining more about elasticity. So here you'll have two prices. Price 1 will fall to price 2. So once price 1 will fall to price 2, there will be a change in the demand. So here you'll have P1, P2. Here is quantity 1 and quantity 2. So to find the formula for elasticity, we're going to have this formula where E equal minus P over Q times change in Q over change in P. So this is our formula. Now let's have an example on that. Here the question is saying determine the elasticity of demand when the price falls from 136 to 119 given the demand function P equal 200 minus Q squared. Now here you can see that you have two prices. I can call this one P1 and this one as price 2. So based on P1 and P2, I'm supposed to find Q1 and Q2. So if you plug in P1 here, you'll find Q1, and corresponding to P2 you'll find quantity 2. So I'll start with the first price to find the first quantity. So P1, which is 136, equal 200 minus Q squared. Check this one, subtract it, you'll find negative 64. So here simply you can cancel the negatives. Cancel the negative with the negative. 64 equal to negative Q squared under root I'm sorry, the negatives are already cancelled. Okay, so under root root of Q squared will be Q, and root of 64 will be plus or minus 8. But you already know that we don't have a negative quantity, so quantity will be taken as 8. So this is going to be Q1 because here I was working on P1. Now let's talk about Q2. To find Q2, I'm going to plug in price number 2, which is 119, equal 200 minus Q squared. I'm going to shift this one and subtract it. Here you're going to find negative 81 equal to negative Q squared. Again here you're supposed to cancel the negatives. Cancel the negative with the negative. Q squared equal 81. Put under root both. So Q will be positive or negative 9. Again you still know that there is no negative quantity, so I'm going to stick on the positive quantity. This is going to be our quantity 2. So here I found Q1, Q2 based on price 1 and price 2. I'm supposed to plug in these values in the formula. So here the formula is saying, but still here I have a problem. Let me take the given stuffs here, just a minute. get P1 is 156. So once you plug in here P, I don't know to plug in P1 or P2. And when I'm saying Q here, which one am I supposed to plug in here, Q1 or Q2? So that's the question. So here, to find the price, you're supposed to find the average. So to find P, you're going to do P1 plus P2 divided by 2, which is 136 plus 119 over 2. So your P is going to be 127.5. And you're going to do the same thing for the quantity. Q will be Q1 plus Q2 divided by 2, which is 8 plus 9 over 2, which will give me 8.5. This is the value of Q. So now I'm still supposed to find the value of change in Q and change in P. What does it mean change in Q? It means subtract Q1 from Q2. Change in Q equal Q1 minus Q2. So here it's going to be 8 minus 9, which will give me negative 1. So this is my change in Q. Now I'm supposed to find change in P, which is here if you do Q1 minus Q2, here you're supposed to do P1 minus P2. You cannot make it P2 minus P1. So they are relatively the same. The first item minus the second one, here you have to work on first minus second. So here it's going to be 136 minus 119, which would give me 17. So change in P is 17. Good. So once you reach this step, all you need to do is just to plug in these values in the formula, where E equal minus P, which is minus 127.5 over Q, which is 8.5, multiplied by change in Q, which is negative 1, over change in P, which is 17. So here you can use your calculator to find that E equal 0.88. Please don't forget that here you have two negatives that are going to be cancelled. So here the elasticity is 0.88, which means I can go back to my first note and see. So E is less than 1 or E is greater than 1. It's elastic. It's elastic because E is less than 1. So that will be enough for the first video. In the second video, I'm going to show you what if I'm given only one unit, one price or only one quantity.